All right. It has now become my most favorite part of any woodworking project, and that is after sanding, after everything's all put together, is putting on some kind of stain or lacquer or anything like that. Because it's just like, for me, it's like Christmas. I like to see what happens when the wood hits the stain, or stain hits the wood, and the grains pop and the colors darken and all that rich stuff happens. Today I'm doing a barn style gate for inside the house to keep out animals and babies and rooms and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to turn you around real quick and we'll take a look at what we got going on. And oh, by the way, this is all made out of pallet wood. Just an FYI. So here is the gate. Get where it's up is up and down is down. This is going to be the top part, the left, the right, and I've also got the back. I put this together all together with pocket screws. This is reclaimed pallet wood, of all things, and I took hand plane and planed it down on all the sides, and then used the sandpaper and the orbital sander to get it down to, this is a 60 grit, I think, to get it all down. And then what I did was I laid out, found the length of the doorway was, measured it off, took off about a 1/4 inch each side, so about a 1/2 inch from overall diameter. And I found out what the height was, how tall that I wanted it to be. And then I took off, from the height, I took off 8 inches. That's 4 inches for the bottom piece, 4 inches for the top piece. Cut them, and then we'll flip this over real quick, and I'll give you an idea of how to put one of these together if you ever want to. Here's the back side. Here's what it looks like, and here's all the pocket holes that keeps this thing together. So I built the frame first, so I went ahead and did this one, put it up through, attached to the top rail, attached it to the bottom rail, so your side rails is to get the pocket screws, and your other side rail gets the other set of pocket screws right there. Once your big frame is done, I went ahead and laid out a board, found out the length of this between this point right here and that point right there, did a measurement, cut that length of the board, and then I went ahead and found what the center of the board was and put that center underneath this V right here, and did the same thing to that side and measured up. And then I just took a pencil and made a line, did the same thing on that side, made a line, and took this over to my saw. You can do it on table saw, you can use a jigsaw, you could use miter saw, whatever you got. You use a handsaw if you want to. Cut them out, placed it in here, and did a pocket hole going in this direction, and the pocket hole from the middle piece going in this direction. And then once this right here is mounted on both sides, I went ahead and did the same exact process. Got another board, found what the center is, did the length, cut it down the size, put it underneath, and then did another did a line on this side, did a line right here, went ahead and did a line right here, and then right here. Then I cut these two out, the middle part of that one board, and then I took these right here, took them back to the miter saw. I didn't really have 40, it was a little bit bigger than 45 degrees. So I kind of finagled it so the blade would cut where it needed to. But probably doing a heck of a lot easier if I did it next time and you actually use the table saw. But that's here and there. Anyway, got it back in here. But there are holes again to this side, this side. Only difference between this board and this board is that I use 2 screws. And I try to line them up, the screws, the bottom of this parallel with the bottom of this piece of wood right here. Just so that it would have a little more to grip to and it wouldn't, split out the wood or whatever else. So if there were one thing I'd probably do if I had to do this over again, I probably would have used some wood glue on all the joints. But I figured that, pocket hole screws are pretty good for the first time going through. If I need to want to make another one, I'll put wood glue in there too. So after the whole frame's all together, I went ahead and sanded down the boards. You can see some of these right here are sloped and stuff like it, because the boards that I'm using aren't exactly the same dimension. I don't have a thickness planer, so I just had to get them flat and then put them together, then sand the middles and stuff like that. And then I went ahead and sanded all of the edges, just because, little hands, and you don't want to get splinters if they fall into it or anything like that. So, and then now my favorite part that I love to do is coming, and that part is doing the staining. So let me go get the stain here, and we'll put some stain on this. We'll do this together. I'm sure this is like Christmas. I already shook this up previously. I've got a little disposable brush. You can get a whole bunch of these for not a whole bunch of money at Harbor Freight. They sell these in a whole package of like 100 or something like that. So you can just use them and throw them away. You have to worry about it, get it messed up. So give me a second here. turn the cord end. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here we go. Let's make this happen. Let's get over here. Got a little bit of stuff on here. And this is butcher block oil, so it is food safe, kid safe. If they had to peel apart of this, put in their mouth, it's all right. So let's go ahead and do this, see what it looks like. And it's probably going to be really light because it is, I think this is pine, if I ain't mistaken. This is just to seal it up and waterproof it. You could always use darker stains and stuff like that, just because this is going to be coming off the kitchen and stuff like that. This is what I had available to me. This is what I'm going to use. So now, if you don't like the pocket hole things, Craig Jigs do make fillers for those. You can also make your own if you just get dowels and put the dowel in and then cut it off flat with like a Japanese saw or something like that, or sand it flat. So it ain't gonna take nothing at all to get this. I probably would like this, maybe just, I like things a little darker than this right here, but this, as I said, this right here will work. Get it in your screw holes and put it all the way through. This took me from cutting to where we are right now. This is probably taking me about, I don't know, about an hour and a half, just for the cutting the wood. If I had to do like I did before with the planing the wood and getting it down from a rough cut, a pallet down. I think the rough cut, getting it down flat was probably the longest part. That probably took about 2 to 3 hours. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boards in this of various lengths. But anyway, this butcher block stuff works pretty good. It'll seal the wood up pretty good. And then and this right here, this wood right here is actually comes off. It's a heat treated pallet. It had HT on the pallet itself, so it didn't have any chemicals or anything like that for pesticides. So I'm probably going to do a video here a little later about all about pallets and how to reclaim pallet wood and how to get the boards apart and the nails out and stuff like that, the easiest ways. And because I do this, I actually pull apart pallets and put them back together again on a daily basis. This is what I do for my 9 to 5. So. And then I come here and play with all the wood and stuff like that I get from other projects and whatever else. But so let me see here. This side's almost done. And I'm just using my little cell phone, so excuse the video quality and the length, because I don't want to go back here and edit it and spend 2 hours. I used to do that stuff, but you know, I'm going to go ahead and just get this on there. But yeah, but butcher block oil is also good for if you make your own spoons or utensils, wooden utensils. It's really good for that, just because it is food safe. You can also use mineral oil. Food grade mineral oil is also something that's really light. It just seals in the wood and keeps any kind of bacteria and stuff like that from going in. And mineral oil is also antiseptic or antibiotic, where it's a petroleum-based product, so any kind of bacteria and stuff like it does not like it, and it pretty much just kills it. Can't thrive or survive in it. This also helps to seal the pores of the wood, keeps any kind of a whole lot of water settling on it and getting in there and help swell it up and stuff like that. It's got a good treatment. It's an oil, so get this right here, and try to get every little dot and thing and go from there. It's just a really nice little project, something I can do. Make sure I get all the little bits and pieces on there. Get it good in there. And there's pocket holes. Guess that's what you call them, pocket hole holes. But yeah, I'm gonna start posting some more videos and stuff like that, the things I make stuff, this little, handheld camera or my cell phone or whatever else. This HTC's got a pretty good video quality and size and stuff like that, so it should be interesting. I will send put a picture up on Bearded Boyz, both on the website and also on the Facebook page. If you're interested in getting any kind of mentions or sizes or anything like that, or where do you get supplies and stuff like to build this project, let me know, and I can give you some answers in the comments and stuff like that. So Thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.